challenge is my opinion, and I actually might be wrong. You ever met people that grew up in an environment where they were walking on eggshells with a father or a mother that hey,
Yeah.
dude, and that kid grows up like, yeah, if you ever want to be a president, you better make sure you don't do this or send this text or send that email with this picture because God forbid one day comes back to that kind of a life is a miserable life. I watched DeSantis. I watched somebody who's walking on eggshells.
So you don't think he has that personability quality to be electable?
Unfortunately, he hasn't shown it.
Right. Yeah, he hasn't really.
He hasn't shown it. And you have to have it. Yeah, Obama had it. About here's why though. Okay. So on this podcast, who's the main core pillar of this podcast? You, right? In every platform, there's somebody that's the dog, that's the leader, and somebody that's the flag carrier. You have to ask yourself, are you in the flag carrier community or the alpha? So now there's levels to this. What does this mean? Obama was the alpha. Biden was the flag carrier. Biden became president. Reagan was the alpha. George Bush Sr. was the flag carrier. He became a president. Paul George the other day, I don't know if you know Paul George, basketball player, it's just one of the sickest things the other day on his podcast. He does podcasts with a friend of mine's son, Dallas. Dallas is a freaking talent. I love Dallas. And he says, you know what took me 10 years to realize? I can never win a championship as number one. Paul George. Can you imagine one of the best players ever who has scored 50 points, God knows how, averaging 28 points a game? You don't think you can win a championship as a number one? Do you know what level of maturity and wisdom it takes